Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are live. This is the Road to Tekken 8. You know what I'm saying? And tonight, we got the homie WolfGangMishima in the building. You know what I'm saying? We finna go ahead and get that mug started. Give me 1 second right here while I make this post. Yeah, we finna get it mug crackalating. Hold on. Just gotta seeing a couple little things out. Everybody get in here, hit the like button, hit the share button. It's going down, you know what I'm saying? So we gonna keep doing these things. We gonna have different Tekken players on here, man. I'm welcoming any and all challenges, man. Y'all can hit me up, man, online at DJ Killzone Jones everywhere. Get in the DM if you want to challenge and we do it live. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do these mugs like once a week. So, you know, I'm finna cut my camera on, man. Give me 1 second. Just gotta do a couple more posts right quick, man. Everybody get in here. Everybody get in here. Get your popcorn. Get your zuzus and wham whams. You know what I'm saying? Gangsters put down the blam blams. We finna get to it. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna get my guy on here, man. Let me cut my webcam back on. Let me cut that text on. Let me cut this off. No, cut that off. So yeah. Go ahead, share this mug to the group, man. Let me get off in him. Go ahead, man. All right. We're going to go ahead and add the homie in here. Let me hook my headset on up. And start this room up. Yeah. I gotta plug that in, but that's good because they be hitting me about over the music. Oh yeah, man. Let's go ahead and get this mug started right quick. Let me start that party up. Where you at? Ready for the next battle. Going through the whole list. Hold on. Where? There he is. All right. Yeah, what's up, bro? Oh, them worms go. What's up, Wolf? You hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
What up? What up?
What's up, man?
Not much.
Yeah, man. I'm just chilling like I always do. Chilling like my homeboy, Lil Cryo.
I just built a streaming PC, so
I seen that.
yeah. Once this is over, I got a lot of stuff to install, and of course, you know how it is. You got to tweak the audio and all that stuff. So.
Oh yeah. Actually, I haven't built my rig yet. I'm doing that next year.
Yeah, because
But
I mean, I love my Mac, but it ain't cutting it for this kind of streaming. So
I don't know. I don't know. Everybody got off the Mac. All my producer homies, they on Razor.
it's good. It's good for audio editing and video editing, but if you want to stream a game, you're gonna run into more problems than anything else.
Facts. Facts. So what's up
So,
with it, brother?
all right. You want me to create the room?
No, I already got it.
Okay, cool. So,
Got it. Yeah, I'm not
why do
streaming.
I?
I'm streaming off my Dell G7. Shout out to
All
L
right.
Streets, Jiedao Gaming. Hooked me up with that.
All right.
You know, people be thinking I be playing when I be telling folks that we got opportunities and stuff over here. You know what I'm saying? This is no facade. This is no fake.
Everybody. The problem is no one wants to put in work. They think that everything is just gonna come to them within a matter of a few weeks, and I'm like, that's not how it works.
Or they got talent and they just too scared to use it. You know what I'm saying?
That's true also. Like I've seen a couple people have the same thought process towards it. It's like, listen, you had 0 people watching your stream when you first started. If a week later you got 5 people watching you, I'm sorry, that's something. Don't sit here and try to discourage yourself and think, oh, that's nothing. Nah, you got to build yourself up. That's all.
Yep. And I like
This is not gonna happen overnight.
yeah. But before we get into that, Wolf, I sent you the invite. Um,
Oh,
Man, go ahead
oh
and
yeah, there it is.
run us down memory lane right quick, man, and tell us your story, man, how you got into gaming and everything else like that.
Oh, gaming. I first got into gaming with the NES. So, parents got it for me one Christmas. They got me the Super Mario Brothers Duck Hunt bundle. It came with the light gun and all that. So, that's how I got into gaming. And then, of course, from then on, Genesis, Super Nintendo, the first PlayStation, Nintendo 64. I mean, it just goes on from there. But I've been a huge Tekken fan since the very first Tekken.
95, boy. Was it 95? 95? It was 95. Yeah.
For home release,
Yeah.
I think it might have been 95.
From because I got my PlayStation late. I got the N64 first. I was always different. Like you know me from the spaces, I was always different. Well, so did you play it in the arcade first, or did you play it on console first?
I saw it in the arcade first, and of course there was always a bunch of people around the machine, and I was just a little kid at that time, so you wasn't gonna see me strong arming some grown ass teenagers.
I didn't give a damn. I was going till they made it an issue. If I was by myself, I didn't give a damn. Like we gonna run that.
Yeah, but Mortal Kombat in the arcades, I'd be like, yo, I got next, and I'm gonna run this line. So,
yeah.
cause Tekken, I had no idea what I was doing. I had never got to play it. So, and then I saw it came out for PlayStation, and I was like, Armor King, all right.
Yeah, I'm just getting back into it. So, and I'm rusty, man.
Ooh.
I was over there playing with Brooke last week. Shout out to Brooke. She told me she was quitting the game. I said, "Oh no." So I forgot how to play with King. They only get they doing it like the arcade. You only get 10 seconds. I wasn't even trying to play with bro. Hold on, oh man, I'm dealing with the pro here. Hold on. Yeah, man. So then, like, when did you start taking real serious? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Tekken 2 is when I got real serious into it.
See, they need to they need to do online service for the older games. Like, we need.
I would love that.
We need that. Like with Tekken 8, they better do that. Matter of fact, when we get off here, I'll be like, yo, can we have like all the old Tekken games? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you own a copy, of Tekken 7. Can we get a next gen version of that in the same app like Modern Warfare in Warzone?
Yeah, I remember how they did that. Yeah.
Look, I pay 100 for that for like day one. And then you
Listen,
could buy the games a la carte for like $10 or $5 a piece, like the
yeah.
online component. You know what I'm saying?
The one fighting game series that I want to be remastered more than anything else is all the Marvel versus games. Marvel versus Street Fighter, X-Men, Children of the Atom, all those versus games from back in the day. I want that in a huge remastered collection.
Yeah, they need to do that for real, for real. Capcom quit playing. I mean, they technically already did that with the MVC2 one up.
Yeah, but you know, anything Marvel vs. Capcom 2 was only available for a limited time, and I'm like, y'all killing me.
It'll be in Walmart in a couple. Cause I ran into the Pac-Man Tournament Edition at Macy's. I was like, what the hell is this in here for?
Like, I'm happy that I bought Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on PS3 because if you play it now, the online still works, and there's people playing it every day. So
yeah. So, do you play like tournaments and stuff like that?
yeah, I have. They're it's very nerve wracking. Everyone thinks it's easy until you up on that stage.
Yeah, man. Even if I get killed, I still like going because you learn something every time, and everybody plays.
Oh yeah,
characters different. Like
for sure.
I'm seeing you really combo heavy, so I'm gonna have to figure this out. Like for real, that man get you in that loop, it's over with. So I feel like Brooke was taking it easy on me. Damn.
I also play, as they call it, the claw style on the controller.
Oh, okay.
It gives me more access. It gives me easier access to the buttons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I have a pad, but I don't know if it works. I haven't tried it on my PS5. Dang. Oh.
Yeah, the as long as it's a PS4 pad, it'll work for the PS4 games. But when they come out with these PS5 fighters, you're gonna have to get a PS5 stick.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I should. Yeah. I might try that. Hold on. Wait a minute.
But for Tekken, I can use any of the PlayStation controllers. I just love the D-pad on PlayStation controllers. This is not no console war shit, but I don't know how people play these fighting games on that Xbox D-pad. Like I can't do it.
That's why I got look. If you look at the camera, that's why I have the Pro controller, because this bad boy right here. I'm actually colder on Xbox than I am on PlayStation, but I prefer to play on PlayStation. So.
Like because my boy has an adapter for his Xbox Series X. It allows him to use a DualSense on the Xbox, and he was like, "Yo, it's just like playing it on PlayStation. There's no input lag, no nothing." He was like, "The adapter is flawless."
Yeah, because the DualSense does have that like 8 points of articulation, but this one really truly has 8-point articulation. And then when you take this off, you can put the little circular pad on there, and it does the same thing too. Like I go crazy over there. Mortal Kombat, my combos fit a little bit better.
Did you get into the Street Fighter 6 beta?
Nah, man, they hated on me, man.
Oh man.
I wanted to get up in there bad for the content, man. Had this mug jumping, but yeah, man.
It reminds me of Street Fighter 4 so much because I'm gonna be honest, I did not feel 5. I felt like they changed the fighting system way too much. This reminds me of 4.
Yeah, 5 was like 2. 5 was very much like, and I felt at home with it, but I felt like going from 4 to 5, and then because I review games and I play a lot of different games, like I'm not like, see, that's why you got the ups on me. But if I had time to like really prep, you know what I'm saying? I get in there with it. Like any game that I stay on, like Call of Duty, I'm a beast at. But I was like, while it's gonna be another year before Tekken comes out, so I'm trying to do these like once a week with different Tekken players and kind of talk to them and get their story and stuff like that. You know, and that's how we do it.
When it comes to Tekken or Resident Evil, every other game gets dropped.
Oh!
That's just how That's just how it is.
Oh, he got me on that one, man. Oh, I was in there with you right there, man. Look. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Ooh, got up before I could do it.
Yeah, I had to bring Pappy out on you.
Oh.
That's the only one that get through them damn combos when you get good game. Oh man. And that's the only, you know what? I just realized something. That's the, well, I ain't gonna say that's the hold on. Why is it? Okay, here we go. I keep forgetting to hit the triangle button. But yeah. So do you care about Tekken story or not?
Oh yeah, I've been rocking with Kazuya since the first game, so I was one of the people that were upset when they took him out of Tekken 3. I was like, "Yo, what's going on?"
No, that was cool for him disappearing. Like, I hope they keep Heihachi out. Like him dying. Like, let him stay out.
I can see him being a DLC character, especially long time players of him. They're gonna be like, "Yo, you really not gonna put Heihachi in this game? He's been in every single Tekken game up until this point."
Yeah. Or make him
So
be like
like,
Jinpachi. You know.
so like I can see him being DLC with no ties to the story at all.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they could definitely do that.
But I see that being very late into the cycle. Like
That might be
I don't see that
season 2.
happening. Yeah, I don't see that happening until a long time down the road. But yeah, as far as the storyline, yeah, I've been a Kazuya fan since day one. So the way they made his comeback in Tekken 4, I told all my friends because we were all Tekken players back in the day. I was like, yo, it's over for all y'all now.
Yeah, man. Especially when we found out that he activated the devil gene, and then, like, I remember
Yeah.
watching the anime, and then
Oh yeah, the one they made back in the day.
yeah, and then how it just perfectly slid in the bloodlines. Like, they didn't even go back and redo it. Like, it's like you could watch the Tekken OVA or the Tekken motion picture, and then you can watch
Yeah.
bloodlines, and it picks right up. I was like, what? Like, yep.
Bloodlines was dope, but you know how they always got to throw something into the story that just doesn't make any sense. Like, why was Leroy in that series?
Well, they want to show him in the actual thing because remember in Leroy's story that him and Heihachi had fought before, and he had lost. Like, he had, well, no, not he gave us the explanation because he said Heihachi killed the family. But in the anime, they gave you the context where he blew the building up or whatever, and his family was in it. So we got the context of Leroy, and it makes sense because that's where you get, those like how they had stopped the fight in the anime with Paul. Like, Paul got knocked over, but he didn't necessarily die. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then you see him later on. So then when we come back to Bloodlines, he said, "Yeah, I was getting with your father, but then Heihachi intervened or whatever." So
I don't know. I'm just not a fan how they throw in these characters and like all these Tekken games. They've never been mentioned once, and I'm like, really?
well, no, I'm just saying for the story, yeah, because it's like you got the mainline story, and then you got like these little pieces of the story that you have to fill in. So for episode, I can accept that. Like, okay, Leroy has been around, but they added him into the mythos. So it's like they didn't do anything with him, and that's why I felt like with the 7 story, they should have fleshed it out, and it could have been longer because then you could have introduced some of these characters in there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, seven for the first time, they didn't really have a tournament. This was really focused on Kazuya and Heihachi finally figuring out who's gonna live between the two of them, because they've always fought, but they've always survived each other's fights. But in Tekken 7, it was like, all right, one of y'all gotta die now, because y'all keep fighting to this, to the supposed death, and both of you keep living. So one of y'all's gotta die now. So. But I love how they did that story. But it seems like 8 is going to be the same thing because it's Kazuya versus Jin now.
Yeah. So then whoever lives from that, and then hopefully they can have a new chapter with new like you know what? And I don't know where I just put. I got the Street Fighter 6 Game Informer. I just got it in, but Oh, nice. So I just got it in. So I'm gonna
Mm.
read it and see what it's talking about because I don't know why I didn't get. Maybe because I was in there and they were doing a giveaway on the Marvel fighters or whatever. They had that 2-pack, and I was like, oh man, I don't. Well, let me not say it because that we might get with them later on. But yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But oh man, come on now. There we go.
Uh,
Finally got me one. You ain't be on here dog walking on the stream now. Woo. Yeah, man. I used to know them combos like off like just off muscle memory.
this uppercut right here, the one when the purple stuff comes out of it. This
Yeah.
one right here, that was a secret move in Tekken 4. It was like, because you would see him do it as a CPU, and you look at his command list, and you're like, yo, that move is nowhere in there.
I always
And
knew
now,
that. No, that's been in there, but it was just not. And I
because
know.
like, there's this one, the regular one, and then there's a quick one, and all this purple stuff comes out of his hand. So that's not even on the move list. Jin had a similar move too in Tekken 4. Ooh.
Oh. Yeah, man. He came in and was just Leroy just came in and was just bodying, and then they end
Yeah,
up
he.
nerfing
But
him down.
this Tekken 7 game, they they added some random characters. I mean, I like that they're adding new people, but what's that other dude, Fakuram, that big dude with all the tattoos?
Yeah,
I was like, yo, who is this dude?
yeah. They end up what's her name? Claire or was it Laura? I forget her name. I'm gonna use both of them names.
the, the last girl that they added?
Yeah, I think they're gonna probably
Yeah.
pop back up in the next game, like on the main
Yeah,
roster.
I tell people, I'm like, yo, do not get attached to these guest characters, like the dude from Walking Dead.
Nah, Kuma.
I
Well,
was like,
Kuma
cause
I think might come back because remember they left the epilogue on a cliffhanger. Plus, I
yeah,
think we might
so
be getting Ryu.
yeah,
Or
because they were supposed to do a Tekken X Street Fighter
I think
game in the
that's gonna
Tekken
happen.
engine.
I think that's gonna happen after 6 and after because the stories will be in the same time period.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they incorporated Heihachi into the story. He knew Kazuya's mother from back in the day, and I was like, oh. I'm like, I didn't think that's how they were going to add him into the game, but I was like, that it makes sense now.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So we're gonna get the answer to that. Like
Yeah,
Akuma will
because
be back. They might make it
yeah, it
DLC
was
though. I don't know.
yeah, it was Shin Akuma and Devil Kazuya, and it went to a standoff. They didn't actually you didn't know who actually won the fight.
I want him to do Oni. Like you push him to because obviously we know Tech. I mean, we know that Kazuya won. You know what I'm saying? So
Well, not
it wasn't
necessarily, because
necessarily yeah.
Akuma defeated Heihachi, and Heihachi was still around to fight Kazuya. So
Yeah, he didn't kill him, but he wasn't there to kill Heihachi. He was just there to. That's why when he popped back up, he didn't. He didn't, his only mission. Well, he was supposed to kill him,
nah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah,
didn't
he was
finish.
supposed to kill. He's supposed to kill Heihachi and Kazuya. That's what the mother asked him to do.
But why would she want him to? Anyway, that don't even make sense.
Because I think she could see the future, and she knew what was gonna happen. Olivia, oh, go show that to mommy.
And then June coming back.
Yep.
This dude remind me of Sagat.
Yo, he's like Sagat on steroids.
Yeah. Like
I mean,
literally.
Sagat is a big dude, but I mean, jeez.
No, the fighting style, everything.
Yeah.
Like, only thing he missing is
Sagat ain't. Sagat's not shredded up like that.
no, I'm just talking about his fighting style. Like,
Oh yeah, it's the Muay Thai.
then he got the
Whoop.
the tiger knee. Like, only thing
Yeah.
he ain't got is the the flames and the sparks.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep. Oh yeah, man. I can't wait, man. I hate that they announced it so early though, for it to be.
And still no release year. Forget a date.
I
We don't
thought
even
they
know what
said
year
it
it's
was
coming out.
next year. Well, I don't know. I thought I heard January or February. So I could be wrong. Oh dang! That was a nice one. I could be wrong. But yeah, man.
I mean, has a Street Fighter and a Tekken ever dropped in the same year before?
I mean, we need to go ahead and do it because I mean, obviously we know Street Fighter is coming out first, but Tekken. I feel like they need to drop Tekken either before Street Fighter or right after Evo.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Tekken's release date being announced at Evo.
Yeah, they saying I'm saying January or February, but I don't know why they
Yeah,
would
well,
wait that long.
I mean, we still don't even know who's on the full roster yet.
Hold on. Hey TT, what's going on? Hold on, right quick. Wait a minute. I'm doing a live stream. What's going on? Oh, you give it to me next week. All right, love you. Bye bye. That was my godmother.
Oh, okay.
She forgot she was giving me a gift, but I forgot to get it when I saw her. We went to go see Avatar earlier. Yeah, she's moving to Atlanta.
Yeah, everybody's moving to Atlanta.
Not really. I mean, my god, bro.
I mean, a lot of people I know are making that move.
Man, he gonna hit me with the Lee combo. Oh. Alright, we ain't gonna get that perfect.
Ooh.
Yeah, I had to get him with something.
I'm leaving here with something. Oof.
Yeah, Law was my main back in the day because I was a Bruce Lee fanatic. I'm so you know what is crazy? What's tripping me out that 7 started the whole back block. I was so used to okay, I can hit the X button real quick. So and the fact that it's Marshall and this is Forrest, but we get Marshall back. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the crazy part.
That's what I loved about Tekken Tag 2, man. That roster was just unmatched.
Yeah, you had both of them in there.
Yeah. I mean, you literally had every person besides some of the guest characters in some of the games.
Yeah, I think after this they're gonna do another Tekken Tag. Like
I think they even had Angel as her own character with her own moveset. She wasn't just a palette swap of Devil.
Yeah.
Jun was different from Asuka.
Yeah.
They even brought back Roger and Alex. The only character they didn't have was Gon from Tekken 3, that little dinosaur.
Oh yeah. Moku Jin. I like
And they added Dr. Bostanovich too, right? The scientist dude. Yeah, even he was in there. I remember leading up to the release, I was like, yo, they have every person in this game. Like they just kept adding people.
Yeah, I'm looking for a PS3 and a DS copy of Tekken 3D Tekken what is it? What's the name? I forgot the name of it. But it's got the movie and it's got the remastered version of Tekken Tag. I got Tekken Tag Tournament 1.
Oh yeah, I have that. The Tekken Tag HD remaster, and it came with the Tekken what was that
Dark,
Forgot the name of the
Dark. No,
Forgot the name.
Blood Vengeance. I think. Yeah.
Was
No.
yeah, Blood Vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm still. I want
First
them to
time.
do a collector's pack of like, okay, you got the OVA digitally remastered, and then you got Bloodlines, then you got Blood Retribution or Blood Vengeance on there in one joint.
Yeah. You know, the one thing I'm wondering about Tekken 8 is it gonna get an arcade release?
Probably in Japan. You know, the 7 got a one in Japan. Is that is Lee
But
over
these
there?
are but this is a next gen thing though. Those graphics, you haven't seen anything like that in an arcade. So I wonder if they're gonna either come out with an updated arcade system or this is gonna be the first straight to home release.
No, they're gonna do one. They always do one because it was the same thing with with 7. They went from the they went from 5 and 6 being on the same, well, 6 whatever. Yeah, that was yeah, they do custom boards for them, and then what they might do is they might pick PlayStation, Xbox, whatever console, and get like a dev kit and retool some dev kits and retool it and make it run
Mm.
make it run as the arcade version because I could see, but I could definitely see them doing that in Japan because that's what they did with with the last two because they had Bandai's not making um Pac-Man machines or nothing no more. Like that's Tekken is the only game that they actually make.
Yeah, that's
well,
true.
yeah. Tech because they didn't do it for Soul Calibur, but I know for a fact they did it for Tekken. So, but then again, when I type in Tekken 7 and then I type in Tekken 8,
Yeah.
it might be a dual thing in Japan where you might have a arcade machine, and then the way they test it is on an arcade machine. Like they
Yeah,
built.
I mean that to me that's the most fun part about the arcade machine is that you would hear that people go to the arcades and they'd be like, "Oh, the thing booted up today and now there's a new character."
Yeah,
And that's how you would get your character reveals.
so yeah, like when you go, um, like there was a documentary and they were doing either 6 or 7, and they were in the offices, and basically what happened, you saw them built out a arcade machine, and so then they brought in some players from around the world to test it out, and then that's what they what I'm saying, that's what they did. So
Yeah.
yep. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see how they roll it out, and with Street Fighter coming back, and then people enjoying it. So and now it's on both consoles. It's gonna be interesting to see. Gonna be interesting to see what they do with it, man.
Yeah.
So are you gonna get Tekken 7 on PC now that you got your rig?
Well, I'm not using it for gaming. It's just for streaming. 'Cause I needed something to stream off of. Because when you stream off the console, it don't look that great.
Yeah, well, PS5 did me well for a while. Like that was the only one because I did Twitch off of the Xbox, and it still looked the same. But PS5 was like that was dope until I got this, and so now when I build my PC next year, I'm definitely going crazy with it, and I think I am going to. I'll be doing both. So yeah.
No, like, I mean, I am gonna build another PC rig eventually, but I'm gonna keep this streaming rig as the thing that streams because I'm not trying to dedicate any GPU resources to streaming and playing the game at the same time. I want a separate machine to handle all that.
That makes sense. You don't want to clog it all the way up.
Yeah, and then when you switch back and forth, it'll some it depends if you have the game running in borderless full screen or not, but then not every game has that option, so
Yeah, I run it like if I'm doing it off of here, I do it So we upped the RAM and it's like 16 gigs.
Mm.
Didn't do too much for the laptop, but
Yeah, I only put 16 gigs in this tower. You don't need anything higher if you're just streaming off of it. For when I built my actual gaming rig, yeah, I'm doing at the very minimum 32 gigs.
32, yeah. Yeah. And then like
Because Returnal now requires 32 gigs, and I think that's because they can't enforce the SSD requirement, so they're gonna load a lot of the game into the RAM.
yeah. So we know. So what's the other thing? Like I want them to come out with like a solid Tekken documentary, like on the level of like the Xbox story.
Oh yeah, I would love for Harada to do something like that. That would be dope.
And then like, oh man, so whoa, and Shadow Dash. That man hit me with the Shadow Dash.
That's what I love about Akuma in this game, because if you know how to play him in Street Fighter, it feels like you don't have to learn anything.
You skipped the beat. Oh, he got the perfect off on me. All right, cause you know what? I be trying to play Devil Gen like I played Devil on Tekken 2 or Tekken Tag. Nope.
Yeah, they definitely changed up his moveset. Oh, you got me. I was in the middle of a kick.
Yeah.
Oh.
He ain't even go full tilt yet.
The low
Great.
kick.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, okay, then broke out.
Forgot, does the fire one work? Yep, it does.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had full EX too. Boy, you should have hit the 1,000 deaths.
No, I was trying to, but then you jumped and that threw me off. I was like, oh, I might just miss it.
I was still win and did it. Cause I'm a gremlin. Not this.
Oof.
Oh. Good game. Good game. That was a close one. That was a good one right there, man. I was trying to get that bug off. I'm hitting it. Yeah, man. So what else you play besides Tekken?
I mean, I'm a big Resident Evil guy. Street Fighter, I'm trying to get back into since I got access to the beta. I'm trying to get into DNF Duel because I see a lot of people play it, and I'm like, all right, I think I'm gonna try to get into it. So, like, as far as gaming goes, I'm fighting games. I'm a big survival horror person, action adventure. Some RPGs I'll do. Like, I'm a huge fan of Final Fantasy VII, so once I'm on vacation next week, I'm gonna start Crisis Core.
Yeah, I got a $20 coupon on my PSN rewards that I need to get, so I get that motherfucker 30 ball.
Oh, okay.
And then
you know what? I think I might have that actually.
Yeah. Because I was in the store. I had bought me some shoes. What happened?
Sorry, my dog. Hold on.
Oh man, my heart dropped. I thought he was going for the computer. You know how dogs get. You gotta take that bug up on the desk so you don't eat them wires. Gonna walk back like Killzone, man. I had to go back to Micro Center, man. Dog ate. You did get the braided cord too. I was wondering why they. And then as soon as the dog ran in, I said, you know what? That's why they made them braided cord.
Oh yeah, for sure.
He'll be chewing forever. Like, dang, this mug tastes like rope.
Yeah, I know, right? It's got to be something at the end of this.
Yeah, kids and pets. I was like, yeah, man, what did they come out with this for? Besides, you might overextend it while you charging it up. Like,
Yeah. Nah, I mean, thankfully my daughter's good with that stuff, so.
yeah. And then my man in here is married with with a kiddo. Like, how is that? Like, how do you balance? You know, because does your wife game or anything too?
The most my wife plays is Animal Crossing. That's about it.
Oh, okay.
But nah, she's not really into it. But she'll watch.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you gotta support in the hobby. Shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Jiedao, Trovo. We almost at 800. So once I get the 1,000 on TikTok, we had 800 on TikTok. Y'all follow me on TikTok. I'm giving away a game. So
Oh, dope.
yeah, yep. So, but yeah, man, like that's like when I know you be seeing me preaching online, man. So it's like I really feel like in the black gaming community, like I don't just run up in spaces or run up in different online communities. It's like L kind of shout out to L Street. She gave me the task to recruit for Jiedao because she wants it for Jiedao. I want it for Beats and Bits and Beats and Bits podcast. Like I want to see more platforms that are ran by you know black gamers and people of color. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because like we sit online all day, and we argue or we have our opinions, but we not monetizing off of it. You know what I'm saying? And it is not about just the monetization or getting to the money because I left a lot of money on the table by not doing a lot of hip hop content because I was doing hip hop and gaming content, and I stopped doing the controversial gaming stuff because I was just like, I can do that and get a quick dollar just because it doesn't require me to go out and like build like build the community or a guy because it's not if it was about money and views and like you said a long time ago, I'd have gave up. Like I'd have just been like, all right, well, I'm not getting no money off of this, so you know what I'm saying. Then I'm out. But I've been gaming since like since I was born, damn near. Like it's a picture on my Twitter of me as a baby with a Genesis controller in my hand. I had to sit on a pillow because I wouldn't have been able to look up and see the screen, to hold my head up and see the screen. I had a big head back then too. So you know what I'm saying? Like that's how deep it goes. So it's like when I found out about podcasting. Shout out to Rich from the video game show and my boy. The homie Taco Man 5,000. And they kind of blessed me in the game, and I was able to meet hip hop gamer and other people in the community. And them bringing it coming back to the crib around the PS4 Xbox One era with my boy Mel Weezy and the Geeking Podcast. So, I met so many dope people and was able to, do some good with my platform and not just with gaming, within pop culture. It's just like, I know you be in here in them spaces, man, and you hear like we arguing about stuff that don't even matter, like frame rate and refresh rates and all of that. Like, yeah, we want the game to run smooth, but like from when I was growing up, it was all about having fun and who was dope at the game. Like it didn't matter about all these little ancillary things or like yeah, console wars was there because you had people. We was kids back then, but I feel like if you over the age of 18 and can work a job, you shouldn't really be in the whole console thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that should be the farthest thing from your brain because you know what I'm saying? You should be able to afford, and I'm not saying every game because everybody's situation is different, but you should be able to own both of the consoles. They got PlayStation Plus Premium and they got Xbox Game Pass and Game Pass Ultimate. So you basically can. This is like the cheapest time that you can get into gaming. You spending 1,000 on the systems. You know what I'm saying? And that most people, even at they like the lowest salary, well, shoot, everybody making $15 an hour. So you know what I'm saying? Like if a month or 2 months time, you should be able to work. You be able to work enough overtime and stuff like that, and be able to afford the games that you want on both
Yeah.
platforms. Like it shouldn't be this and of course, like I said, everybody's situation is different, but at the same time, we adults here. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to get every game, maybe not every game at release, but shoot, like I said, even with that, like it's still most of the games gonna end up on the services anyway. You might have exclusives that might not get on there on PlayStation or on Switch, but I forgot about the Switch too. So so let's just say 6 months, you got everything you need if you wanted to have everything, and you couldn't have it because maybe your parents couldn't afford it or whatever coming up. But we shouldn't be having these discussions like this. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool to make jokes or whatever, but I just feel like the community is just at an all time low with us because at least when they had arguments with everybody else, you know what I'm saying? They getting paid. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? They getting mad paid, but we can't put our and like I said, taking me out of it. Like hip hop gamers should have 100, 200,000 subscribers. Mega Ran should have 100, 2,000, 200,000 subscribers. Different people in the community should just have more, but we don't want to support. You know what I'm saying? That's why I like I Show Speed. Is ignorant and is ghetto and is hood and loud and everything else. Kai Sentai and Corey Kenshin. I love that. That's because the kids is behind them. But when we get with these grown folks, you know what I'm saying? They be having hate in their blood. So
Listen, man. When it comes to those console war things, like I said, the jokes are funny, but some people treat this as if the company is paying them, and when the company's doing bad, it's like, oh my god, and then they make up all these excuses for why things are going bad, and I'm like, yo, do you have a personal stake in this company? Because the way you're talking, you would make it seem like someone from your family's working in this company and your family's depending on the company. Like,
or you didn't you've been buying stocks since you was 16 and 17 years old. You know what I'm saying?
like I would understand if you had stock in the company, but even still, then the way people defend certain companies, I'm like, all right, it's not that serious.
No,
It's
man.
really not.
It's
And
like,
and the way things have gotten crazy in spaces, the way threats have been passed back and forth, I'm like, there's no need for all that.
man, shoot, I don't
Like
really.
I'm not gonna mention names, but I've already been threatened by someone in this community, and that's why I stopped doing my Twitter Ball Z stuff, the things I used to do, because people take it too seriously. And I'm like, nah, I'm not about to do all that.
Yeah, man. Shoot. I only entertain so much just because just to prove a point how stupid it is. But it's good to see that it's like-minded, grown individuals. You know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah.
even though you crushing me right here, man, I'm gonna have to bring you back on and get some get back once I get some more practice. But yeah, man. But anyway, it's just like we can have that banter or whatever, but it's not like I'm not inviting nobody to my nether regions. I'm not inviting nobody to my front door. I'm not doing none of that.
Yeah, that stuff is wild when they're like, "Yo, show up, I'm here," and I'm like, "How did this all start again?"
No, but it's like then it's like difference of opinion. It's not like you can have your opinion. It's like it's cool, but and then it's like you got some people is very genuinely talented in the community too, and it's just like, bruh, you could literally you can get on here and you could like actually do some good in the community. Like you could actually make some content. Actually, you got the time. You some of them is young. It's like, bro, y'all got all the time in the world. There's no reason why you shouldn't have like your own platform. At least keep some revenue rolling in and do some merch or do some, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
no,
Like,
there's some in the community though that do their thing. Strictly Gaming, J Bari, Persona. I
yeah,
mean, they
shout out to
argue with
them.
people, but guess what? They're still putting out their content at the end of the day. No one's stopping them from doing it. So
Exactly. Yeah, I could honestly say with both of them, like they do their thing. Shout out to my boy Next Gen 720. You know what I'm
oh
saying?
yeah, him too.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Like they.
I fought him in Tekken 2 before.
Oh yeah. That's a good dude, man. He was on. He came in, and I seen that firsthand with certain individuals. I ain't gonna name their names. Like they was, some of them is still prevalent in the community, but it's just like the way they did him, and then he was able to turn it around and got a loyal fan base, and he brought people into the space, and they even though some of them went bad on the 2 day, some of them went bad on the two. Um, you know what I'm saying? It's like they, they
Like, and a lot of this stuff happens like as far as opinions go. Some people need to be retaught what an opinion is, because if you starting to going around spreading misinformation now, at that point it's no longer an opinion,
yeah.
and you just genuinely spreading misinformation. And when people call them out on it, they get so mad about it. And I'm like, listen, I'm just trying to help you out because you looking a little crazy right now, but
Yeah. Cause
but
if I'm
they get real hostile.
Yeah, bro. Like if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it or whatever. Like if I'm misinformed or whatever, it really don't. It really ain't no sweat off my back to say that I'm wrong. But it's like when you are just dismissing my opinion, and then you want to fight about it, argue about it, challenge about it. It's just like, bro, I want what I would like to see, what I like to see in games, and it's just like, and it's just sad at the end of the day because you want you want people. It's like I be wanting people to see what kind of talent they are. It ain't got to be with me. It's just that's always been my thing. Like even and then I go all the way out with it. Like when I brought up the Mortal Kombat story, like that's a true story. Like I broke that, and I'm happy to because it resolved like almost a 20-year thing were the people who brought some of the lore and was doing the motion capture and brought all of this that we know and love. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it brought them justice. So that's like, yeah, okay, I ain't get there. I'm not looking for my name and to be in lights. Yeah, I did that or whatever. No, I did it because it was the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's a big moment and that's cool. But you know what I'm saying? It's the certain stuff you can't erase. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah.
you
No.
talk about like people get caught up, like you were saying earlier about the views, but like views fluctuate. And if I was doing all the negative stuff or whatever, yeah, it's gonna get a lot of attention, but it just eats away at your soul at the end of the day. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Some
And
people come into this stuff with so much hate, and I'm like,
yeah,
you
well,
know, that's not good for you, right?
that's because they real life ain't all the way together. Because like I
Oh,
ain't.
a lot of this is their way of acting out because things ain't going right in their life. That's what a lot of it is. At least that's what I believe it is. But of course, you'll never get that admission.
Oh no, they not gonna never admit to you that they going through it or things is like shoot things ain't necessarily all the way together for me. But the thing is, I just had gratitude to be alive, well, out of jail, employed. So whatever
Yeah,
problem if I'm having like money problems, Gale problems, whatever, I'm gonna get to work and fix it. Like I ain't gonna sit up there and just get on the internet and just start beefing with people and then come to find out I'm doing bad or whatever, but I done made all this attention and it's like, all right, at least the people who was doing bad back in the gap, like they did that and then they was able to get their business right. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, all right, cool, you didn't kick this dust up, but you made all this noise, but at least I can say you didn't turn it to a business. Now everybody just arguing just for the sake of arguing. Like you ain't even doing nothing with what you got going on. You just on this mug arguing, and you on this mug kicking up dust. And in the end of the day, your problem still gonna be there. You get off of this mug, your gal is on you because you on spaces all day, or you on the internet going back and forth with people all day, and you ain't getting no money, or your mom or your dad or whoever you stand with is getting on you, or you getting you at a job and you don't like your job and you ain't trying to do nothing to either get a new position or get another job, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I be seeing it. It's like that's why like 5 6 years ago I kind of left the scene alone, and then I come back and it's like damn, like it's still the same way. Like we still on that.
Yep.
What else you looking forward to? You know, besides Tekken 7 and Street Fighter, what else you looking forward to, bro? Coming out next year, man. It's everything in their mom, everything in the sun is dropping.
I don't know how I am going to be able to get to everything next year, but Dead Space is definitely one. I hope they get to the second one as far as remakes go, but this one's obviously got to do, okay. Um, what else? As far as I know, Final Fantasy VII, what is that, Rebirth, the second part to the 7 remake is supposed to drop next year along with 16, so I don't even know how I'm going to manage that.
Yeah, I'm shoot. that's that's just like I'm in my mind like right now. I it's so much like we got Spider Man dropping, we got
Oh, yeah.
Hogwarts dropping. I haven't even done. I still gotta do my Forspoken playthrough, and I still gotta play High Off Life. I'm gonna probably do that on Patreon and my YouTube memberships. So y'all look forward to that. I'll drop links and stuff later. We just chilling in here. Y'all make sure y'all follow WolfGangMishima. His Twitter handle is it should be in the description and it's on the screen. So pull your phone out. He killing me right now. So whoever wants to step up, you can come on in here. I'm gonna just keep on rolling. I'm really just chilling, but I'm jumping back out there as far as Tekken because it was one of them games. Like speaking of my godmother calling, like I got introduced to Tekken. You know, I think I came in right around Tekken 3, and that was because my god brother had it on PS1, and I just remember playing it. I remember him having the strategy guide, and we was trying to figure out how to unlock the theater. Then we unlocked the theater, and then he had like stickers, and my memory card had stickers on it for a while. Like it had like a whole sticker sheet, and like it had every character, and then you could like get like a pen or a permanent marker. So we had to look for like a silver or gold one because you know back in the day it was just black permanent markers, right? Or those like green or whatever. Like they had the highlighters, and they had I think green or purple or something like that. So they had those, and so we had like I think I had a Kuma on mine or something, but I just remember like I just remember those times of us just playing for hours and hours and hours and hours, and we played it so much like the disc got scratched, and he had to get another one, so he had two copies of it. So he had a regular version and he had a greatest hits version. Then I started going to the arcades, and they didn't have like the arcades around me. We had the Tilt. The Tilt was the only place, and I think maybe a couple other places had Tekken 3, but they had Tekken 2. So I got Tekken 2 for Christmas when I finally got my PS1 because I had the N64, and I played and played, and I remember just that whole like for that whole next year I was just still playing because I was trying to, and I didn't even know I could change the difficulty and stuff. And then when I figured it out, I changed it back to the normal difficulty, and I was still just playing on there. You know, and then once I figured out I could change the modes and stuff like this, I was like 7 8 years old. So I moved the round count down to 1 so I could get through and unlock all the characters. So
Oh yeah, I did that too.
Tekken 2 had a gang of characters. I was like, dang, there's so many characters. I forgot they had like 20 25 characters, and that was the home release because the arcade release didn't have all of the characters.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
Yeah, so the fact that that was a perk of getting the home version, like
Yeah.
that was an awesome thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So then we move into like the Tekken Tag era, and then Tekken Tag they had it all over the city. Like the pizza places had it, the
Oh
laundromats
yeah,
had
yeah,
it. Like
yeah.
it was everywhere. And
Yep.
then Tekken 4 dropped, and they had the two-seater arcade cabinet. Like it was just like it was on and cracking at that point. Like it was Tekken was here to stay. And then PS2 came around, so we had Tekken 4, Tekken Tag, and then Tekken 5 came out. And I remember I was graduating. Yeah, I was graduating high school when Tekken 5 came. Well, no, I was going into high school, and then when I came out of high school, that's when Tekken 6 dropped. So then a couple years ago, I got the steel book around here somewhere. That's when Tekken 7, but I just remember like I think I took off from work when Tekken 7 dropped, and I just played it all the way through.
Uh, yeah. Since I've had a job, yeah, I think I've taken off a day every Tekken release. So,
Yeah. So yeah,
what
man.
time is it? It's all right. This is gonna be my last one because I gotta it's bedtime for my daughter. So,
Oh yeah, yeah. We hit that hour mark. I usually keep these at like an hour. So y'all,
okay.
I might jump back on and with Elle if she's still on, we might jump on Fortnite because I just got the My Hero Academia pack. And don't
Oh yeah, that's right. That did drop.
yeah don't hurt me, y'all. I'm still on the first season. I'm started streaming right when the first season had dropped a couple years ago. So, but I've read through a lot of the man. Well, no, actually, did I? Yeah, I read through the first few guys, but I gotta catch up. I'm so behind. Like I know, like you know what
I'm
it
behind.
was.
I'm behind on the show.
You know what it was when All Might died. I was pissed off, and that's when I took a break. When he died, I'm like, no.
That's a reason for you to stop watching. It's like, yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna take a
like
break.
man. Then they brought old boy back from the movie. I'm like, man, ain't come on, man. They gotta figure out a way of bringing him back. You know what I'm saying? Even if he don't fight, he gotta at least come back. But yeah, man, boy, man, this man don't miss right here. He had to end it off on a perfect man. So it's Wolf, man. I appreciate you coming through, my guy. We
Oh,
go,
thanks for having me.
yeah, you always welcome, bro. Y'all make sure y'all follow him and get ready for all his streaming content, man. His big kills on your phone. The money still longer. The team is forever, ever strong. Jiedao Gaming, you know we ain't playing, man. Dubby Energy, be better, be greater. And y'all make sure y'all follow Wolfgang Mishima at Wolfgang Mishima on Twitter. His info is in the description. We up out of here, y'all. Peace.
Thanks a lot, man.
No problem, man.